Hi everyone, it's Rita. So I wanted to just touch base about Palo Santo because I mentioned it the other day when I was talking about clearing stuff. I'm just going to show you this beautiful bowl that a friend of mine in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, she makes these, and she uses a technique by the Native Americans, and these are horsehair that she's fired in. And so I've had this for a long time. And before I moved to South Africa, I would write intentions down about what I wanted to be experiencing in my life. And at the time I had this really beautiful townhouse, very tall townhouse that had a rooftop deck with a view of downtown Shirlington. And it was just really special. And I thought I would be there forever. And I would sit on the deck and at night, I would write the intentions, and then I would ask, I'd put them in, and I don't even know if I really knew about angels then, but I knew that there was something outside of myself. And I would write those intentions and I would burn them, and I would let it burn, and I would just put it out, and let it sit there, and then just, imagine like that it's just being received by the universe. So, so I still do that, but not like I used to. I sort of try to do that every day, because words are magic. But I wanted to explain something to you around intentions and clearing fields. And so I use Palo Santo and I use mugwort. Once I light it, I go over my head. And if I'm working with a person, I'll start at their head and I'll go all the way to the floor this way, here, all the way to the floor this way, here, all the way to the floor this way, and then behind the person. And if somebody's smudging me or whatever, that's what I ask them to do. And then I say, I'm only inviting in energies that are vibrating at my level or higher. And I command any energy that's not vibrating at my level or higher and supporting my highest good and the highest good of everyone I'm connected to. I command you to go back where you came from or into the earth. And during COVID, I started going around the house, and when I would smudge, I'd say only healthy energy, high vibrating energy, joyous energy is allowed in my space. I started to mention the other day about Palo Santo, and it's getting really popular. A friend has a center down in Peru, so she brought back a lot of Palo Santo for me. And I found out that it was lighter, and so I opened up the records of Palo Santo, and the lighter Palo Santo is actually from the male tree, and the more dense Palo Santo is from the female tree. And what I thought was really interesting was it said that the way it naturally grows, there'll be one male and then 4 or 5 females around the one male. I guess because of the cross-pollination. I really don't know a lot about all that, but I just thought it was kind of interesting. And that truly, to get good Palo Santo, usually the tree has to die naturally, and then it like lies there and dries out for, 5-10 years or more. So it's getting harder to find. And what you'll find, just to be aware, when you see inexpensive Palo Santo, really just be careful of your source, because what people are doing is they're taking wood that's not Palo Santo, and they are putting essential oils of Palo Santo, they're drenching it on the wood to make it smell like Palo Santo. And you'll see it when it burns, it'll be like sparkly. I think that usually if I see that, and I have gotten that, I'm like, I don't think this is really Palo Santo. This is before I muscle tested everything. Now I feel much more comfortable, with my muscle testing. And if you're not familiar with muscle testing, I've got some videos on this site to check out. And I have my records open. So I just want to ask, is there anything else we need to know about the Palo Santo? Okay, there's a site called Mountain Herbs. No, Rose. Is it Rose Mountain Herbs? Mountain Herbs. They're in Oregon or California or Washington State. They're in either Northern California or Washington State. Mountain Rose Herbs. They sell organic essential oils. They sell Palo Santo. They sell mugwort, which there's another name for mugwort. and they sell a lot of organic teas, and there's a tea that's really good for women called Women's Balance, and it has horsetail and nettle and oat straw, which are a natural form of psyllium. It's the basis for bone growth. So never buy, this is not medical advice, but calcium has been known to be the byproduct of psyllium growing in your system. And so when we add calcium to our diet, it doesn't know where to go. So it actually, for a lot of people, it can build up on the joints. So learn to muscle test all these things, but the Women's Balancing Tea has that. And so it's a really good tea, especially in the winter to drink, to strengthen your bones. All right, so that's my health tip for today. And I'm actually gonna start reading out of a book on subtle energies. I'm gonna do little clips every day because Cindy Dale, who wrote the Subtle Energy Encyclopedia, the book is amazing. And I think I'm learning more about geomagnetic waves and, you know, the Schumann waves. And I think anyone following this channel would be interested in that, because what we know of the Akashic Records and the Akash is that it is vibrational history. So frequency, right? So I am an Akashic Record reader and accessor. Readings for this month are 175 for 60 minutes, or 3 readings for 150 each if you buy a package. And those are also, you can use them for energy healing. I do distance energy healing and in-person energy healing. All right, blessings and love to you. Have an awesome weekend.